Do you have to pay taxes on a severance package? Does your severance package impact employment insurance? Hello, my name is Hermie Abraham, and I'm an employment lawyer with Advocation. Advocation is an employment law firm that helps employers and employees achieve amazing outcomes when faced with workplace obstacles and opportunities. And today I'm taping the second in my Ask Hermie video series where we answer your burning employment law questions. And this particular question is one I often get from employees who've lost their job, who've been provided with a severance package, and they're unsure of the tax obligation and how the severance package will impact employment insurance. So we'll unpack both of those today. So the first question, do you have to pay taxes on your severance package? Well, the short answer is yes, you do have to pay taxes on your severance package. And the reason why requires an understanding of essentially what severance actually is. So when your employer ends your employment and it's unilateral, you're not resigning, then your employer is required to provide you with notice of your lost job. And that notice is essentially a bridge between the lost job and a job in the future, so you have a chance to look for new work with limited financial impact. And I'm not going to get into notice too much on this particular video because it's a subject on its own, but what I will do is link to a blog that I wrote that clearly explains notice and how it's calculated. So an employer has to provide notice to an employee that they're deciding to terminate, to end their job. And that notice can be provided in one of four ways. It can be provided as working notice, and that's a time when the employee works through the notice period and their job comes to an end at some time in the future. The employer can provide continuance, which is a salary continuance, where the employee is not required to actively work or report to work, but they get their pay on the regular pay periods, and their benefits continue through that notice period. The employer can also provide a lump sum payment, and the lump sum is the value of the notice period provided in one lump sum payment. And the last thing an employer can do is provide a combination. So a combination of working notice, salary continuation, or a lump sum. So employers can provide these severance packages, which essentially these notice periods, which are essentially severance packages, because when you get a severance package, it is the total value of your notice period, however that's being provided. And as we've explained, with the working notice, with salary continuation, you're essentially getting wages. And as you know, anything that is a wage or earning is subject to tax under Revenue Canada's guidelines. So that is why your severance package is taxable and why you have to pay taxes if you receive any kind of earnings from severance. So that's the first thing to know. Now the second is, how does the severance package then affect employment insurance earnings? And the answer to this question is a little bit nuanced, but it's still pretty straightforward in that severance doesn't impact your entitlement to employment insurance, but it does impact when you can go on employment insurance. So, for example, let's say an employee is terminated on January the 1st, and they're given 6 months of notice, and that notice period would end at the end of June 30th. So this employee is given 6 months of notice. During that 6-month period of time, they're not eligible or not able to apply for employment insurance. What they have to do is they have to receive their severance package from their employer, that notice period, the monetary value of the notice period, and if they still remain unemployed as of June 30th, then they're able to apply or be eligible for employment insurance benefits, and they'll be able to have EI benefits for the length of time for which they're eligible, whatever that eligibility is. So the important thing to take away from that is that the severance package does not affect your eligibility, so you can still apply for EI. You don't have to not apply for EI because you have a severance package, but the timing of when you're able to use the EI system, the employment insurance benefits, will be dictated by the length of time that your employer is covering your earnings during the severance package / notice period. So hopefully that's clear, and hopefully we've answered a lot of questions. If you have any other burning employment law questions and you want to know anything with respect to employment law, definitely please do send us a message. We have askhermy@advocation.ca. And if you're watching this on our blog, we will have a link so you can actually submit your questions directly online. And if you like this video and you know somebody who would benefit from it, definitely please do share the video. We'd be happy to assist them. And if you have any other questions, like I say, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We look forward to taping our next video next month. And until then, we will see you next time. Take care. Goodbye.